Hey, what's going on? It's your boy KQ, KC Boxing Channel, coming to you with another video. New channel, still grinding. I don't have a problem with that. Don't have a problem with that whatsoever. Because I believe you want to succeed in life, you got to work hard for what you need and what you want. So, and what I want is to help the survivors of cancer and cancer research. And one day I will do a video on my backstory of how cancer had really hit my family hard. But that's another video. And today, I just want to give you an insight on Danny Garcia and Shawn Porter. Okay, of course it has been some gamesmanship, I would call it, where they are going back and forth. He's a robot, he's this, he's that, your father this, your father's that. But can't nobody step in that ring but them two to get it on. But as I mentioned once before, I really like Shawn Porter. I really like how he's a fan-friendly fighter. That's because not in the ring, but out the ring personality. Sure, he does work hard. He works hard in the ring non-stop. But, now listen, KQ, KC subscribers, I said but I don't like his style of fighting. I mean, sure, you have a lot of guys out there that fight somewhat similar, always going forward. Leo Santa Cruz, he fights going forward all the time. But with Shawn, he leads with his head, and we all know after the Porter and I forgot the other young man name, but we seen Berto. I'm sorry, Berto. I apologize for that absent-minded. But Andre Berto, when they fought, it's just too many headbutts. And when you fight Shawn Porter, you not only fighting him, you fighting his head. And you cannot be effective because what? You're scared that he's gonna run into you with that head and bust open a cut that will gush out if you get hit hard enough. And especially those fighters that has very little scar tissue left. That's why I tell everyone, be careful about the headbutts, because every time you get headbutted, you lose scar tissue. Not just a little bit each time, you lose a lot. So if you just run into the wall, bam, you probably gushing blood because you have very little scar tissue. And Shawn does lead with his head. And once he have you on the ropes, he try to open up your guard, not with his fist, not with a check hook, not with an uppercut. Well, sometimes he uses an uppercut. But he tried to put his head in between your gloves and try to open you up. We seen that in the Keith Thurman fight. So, Danny Garcia has already mentioned that to the WBC. No doubt about that. And I'm quite sure come September the 8th at the Barclays Center, He's going to mention that also. To the referee especially. We all know how to referee before the fight. And so give them a pre-fight detail of what he expects. And what he would tolerate and what he won't tolerate. So, will he complain? Would it be one of those fights where Shawn Porter will be all over Danny? Because Danny has slow feet. He does. He has power, but Shawn Porter has power too. See, in my opinion, KC opinion, Shawn Porter is not, I would consider, top of the echelon. Okay? Sure, I would say he's under the top 5 welterweights. But he's successful because he's in shape. He wrestles with his opponents until they just tired with all the wrestling. Then next thing you know, he's in shape and he go ahead and go for the kill. Which is not a bad game plan. But to me, that's just not boxing. You know, that's more like MMA or something else. You know, boxing is establishing the jab or working the jab, ring generalship. I mean, all that. But he'd rather get in there and slug and rush you. We all know his feint because we see it, we hear it. He pat his feet. 1, 2, 3. You know, Keith Thurman figured that out. He showed us that on Fight Hype when they was interviewing him in training camp. He said, hey, Shawn, when he do his little feints, you know, he like 1, 2, 3. You know, he stomp his feet. Then he charge. But overall, it's still a good fight. Now, somebody's going to come out victorious. And somebody's going to come out as the WBC champion. Now, keep in mind, Errol Spence has been promised, whoever the winner is, he will have the first shot of dethroning that winner. Now, if it's Danny Garcia, I have a problem with that. Why? Because Danny Garcia knows Errol Spence is a better fighter. So guess what he's going to do? He's going to cherry pick. That's what he's going to do. That's what he's famous in doing. And that's what he used to doing. He's going to cherry pick. Maybe until he retires. But if I was Earl, I would pressure Al Heyman and the WBC. And if it's Shawn Porter, same thing. Errol Spence said the other day, right after the Mikey Garcia fight, no one never calls out their name, his name, unless they have a fight get ready to happen themselves. But when they don't have a fight, they never mention his name. And he has a point. You don't hear Shawn Porter calling out Errol Spence before he have a fight. No. He'll give you some excuse, and that's it. That's all. He'll give you an excuse, and he'll tell you, you know, well, we have to see, you know, it got to make sense, you know, the normal bullshit their fighters say when they just don't want to fight. Oh, well, we just give you, you know, it got to make sense. You know, styles make fight, and this and that. You know, come on. You know, if you want to fight them, make the fight. You all both are represented by the same man. And that's who? That's Al. So, if he's promised and it's in writing, why not? Go for it, Danny. Because, see, sure, Danny got power. Danny's a very good counterpuncher. I don't have no doubt about that. I've seen many fights that Danny would counterpunch the shit out you. So, when he fought Keith Thurman just then steamrolled over him. Sure, he built up a big lead so he can cruise for a few rounds, or a couple rounds. But, like he said, Danny Garcia hits hard. Very hard. But Shawn Porter hits harder. So, with that, I wish both fighters luck, actually. And it doesn't matter who wins, it still will be a good fight. And whoever the winner might be, that will be a good fight between Earl Spence. Then he can focus on unification on other aspects. He already will have the IBF championship belt. He has that. Now he's looking for the WBC strap. So, hey, it is what it is. And his manager / advisor was looking for another fight for him to unify. And this could be the perfect fight. Whoever wins the WBC vacated belt by Keith Thurman will face the Truth Spence Jr. Now, I wish both luck, like I mentioned, but Earl is still young and in prime and hungry. So, if I was Porter or Garcia, I'd be kind of worried after they take care of business on September the 8th. Now, as you notice, the title says Danny Garcia and Shawn Porter. Yes, I did discuss that briefly for you. Now, I want to talk about the Ldbc, who I have seen a lot of comments is misunderstood. No, I'm not part of the Ldbc. But just because I'm a new channel doesn't mean that I'm new to boxing. I know my boxing. I have been a boxing fan, a boxing enthusiast ever since I was a kid. And just because it's a new channel doesn't mean I haven't watched other channels before I started my channel. My mother always told me that before you get involved in anything, or before you like anything, or if you support anything, you have to do your research. And that I did. Now, for those that is misunderstood about the Ldbc, they are not anti-black. They are not just for black fighters. They are not hating on everyone except black fighters that's champions. I mean, I heard it all. But, like I said, you can't just watch one video and come to a conclusion. You have to know what you're talking about. You have to know, and you have to have information to back it up. Yes, the Ldbc is a group of men, predominantly black, but they are boxing fans just like me and you. They is what keeping this sport honest. Oh yes, they are. Do your research. They, the Ldbc, are the ones that's telling it like it is. That's right. They're not worried about credentials. They're not worried about interviews. They are worried about the boxing sport turning into an anti-mob group. Other words, the Gambino boxing group. And every sport, basketball has the Players Association. Every sport should have, I wouldn't say a watchdog, but every sport should have someone to make sure the sport stay honest. That's why I take my hat off to Floyd Mayweather for supporting PEDs. And he's right. If we're going to have a sport called boxing, everybody need to be on the same level, on the same playing field, equally. And the Ldbc makes sure that they are. Now, if they're not, the Ldbc will call it out. Other words, I'm not comparing them to Donald Trump, so they definitely know Donald Trump. But Donald Trump says what other people, mostly Caucasian, wants to say. And it's kind of similar with the Ldbc. They say things that we want to say. Well, I would say it because I don't care. But people like, I'm not going to call off no names, but people that has a lot of viewership, a lot of subscribers, they want to say this, say that, kiss up to this person, kiss up to that person, so they can have credentials, and so they can have an inside seat right by the ring. They want to have exclusive interviews. I'm not going to say it's sick, but you never, ever give up your manhood. Give up your beliefs so you can get something out of somebody. You stand your ground. You stand where you stand and you ask the tough questions. You'll be surprised. Most boxers, most promoters love to answer hard questions. For some reason, certain people can't understand that. They like the hard questions. And you know what? On a side note, I like how they upped Deontay Wilder's profile. Yes, they did. They actually single-handedly pushed his profile up, and more people know who he is. I mean, he's doing everything from reality shows to other shit. I mean, they didn't make him a champion, but they definitely had something to do with a household name. And I tip my hat off to them. And it doesn't matter, like I said, race doesn't play a part. If we had a white WBC champion from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, they would support that Caucasian champ. They would do whatever they can if possible. Other countries do it. Other countries have it. Why come down on these brothers? These brothers getting together and coming up with some good ideas. You know the old saying, you know, more than one brain, man, come up with great ideas. So, for those that got it misunderstood about the LDBC, I hope I'm trying to clear it up for you. Unless you just have that straight bias in you. And it's funny how we even have black channels that come down on our black fighters and the LDBC. You know, I started my channel because I like boxing. I love boxing. And I love to listen to other boxing channels. For instance, for international boxing. I didn't just listen to one video. I listened to a few and say, hey, this brother thinking on the same lines I'm thinking of. He's a little more knowledgeable than me, but that's okay. And I like the way he get a shout out to me, because he knows I'm a news channel and I'm struggling. Same with 78 Sports. The brother tell it like it is. And I like that. That's what I'm trying to tell you people. They saying things that you want to say, but you too fucking scared that you will lose your credentials, or you won't be able to eat free, or you won't be able to get a ringside seat or an interview. I mean, that's just, it's just plain as day. I see it. I hear it. And it makes me sick sometimes. Yeah. Okay. So AB. So no. AB. Why you fucked up, man? What's wrong with you? Why you say you want to kill yourself? I mean, ask those questions. I keep telling everybody. This is KQKC Boxing Channel. We talk about boxing in the ring and outside the ring. When you step outside the ring, you still a boxer. You just not boxing, but you still a boxer. Oh, AB, this and that. Oh, wow. Oh, man, that's great. Oh, this and that. No. That's the wrong question. Oh, so when the next time you be fighting? This and that. AB, man, you ought to just go ahead and retire, man, while you still can. I mean, ask the hard questions. Ask, are you through with your shenanigans? Are you through getting your car shot up? Are you through touching women in a mall? I mean, ask those questions. And don't be scared. He put his hands on you. Man, that's all right. You'll be rich. Because I'll sue. I don't know about you. But, you know what? Most of you guys probably just let it blow by. And they still want that ringside seat. That's just how it is. So I hope you all understand where I'm coming from. The LDBC doesn't mean no harm to nobody or no channel. They are trying to make boxing better They trying to keep the bullshit out of boxing. And when there is bullshit in boxing, Eddie Hearn, then their job is to call it out. And our job is to hear it. Plain and simple. What don't you understand about that? So, from now on, please, I don't want to hear about, oh, they just didn't know. They call it like they see it. And what I like about it is not one person. So if one person sees something and the other person sees something different, then you got another person that might see what one of those persons. You see what I mean? You see where I'm going with this? So the boxers don't have a players association. They have with Ldbc right now. So, and they do a lot of good things in the community. And they want to do more. I have listened to their videos. Trust me, I know. They talk to their listeners. I even heard one invited one over to watch the fight. But he said he don't know him that damn well, so maybe next time. You know, these are down home boxing fans just like me and you. And, you know, and it just kills me when people say, look, I'm not a part of the Ldbc. Let me get that straight. Man, listen. You should be honored if somebody mistaken you for that. I'm not part of Ldbc, but I wish I was. I even asked, how can I be a part of your group? Because I believe in giving back. Yes, I do. I'm doing this because I love boxing and I have a problem with this cancer that's killing people and killed 10 of my uncles. All died of cancer. One form or another. From throat to colon, from colon to liver. I mean, everything. And my father had prostate. And he's in remission right now. So, I have a cause. So, beside us kicking people down, you know, we need to lift people up. Black, white, Chinese, Hispanic, it doesn't matter. So, I don't work for the Ldbc. You know, I don't even think none of them really know my channel. But I will be there on Wednesdays listening. So you can learn a lot. Yes, you can. I'm KC Boxing Channel. And if you like where I'm going with this new channel, you like where I'm headed for, please subscribe to my channel. And hit the notification bell if you would like to hear an uploaded new video. Because, hey, I'm grinding. And on the way in or out, hit the like button. Always remember, this is an unbiased station. I'm going to tell it like it is, and I'm going to keep it real. If you don't like that term, I'm going to keep it 100. Now, besides that, man, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.